Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Stranded Survivors. My name is Matt. This is our third take, and I am your co-host.
My name is Jericho. I'm a host of the Stranded Survivors podcast with Matt. Hope you guys are having a great day. Matt, how are you doing today?
Man, so I sort of left you on a cliffhanger earlier and made you wait for this.
Yep.
Dude, the world is conspiring against me. So I got a flashback to a SpongeBob episode here with the "How tough are you?" and I stubbed my toe in the garden and only cried for 20 minutes last week. Well, that was me. I stubbed my toe and I cried for 20 minutes. Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. Okay, so hear me out, right? Kids are losing their mind, going banana sandwich. It's like 5:45 in the morning. We're getting up, getting ready for work. The kids are fighting like right off the bat because God forbid they touch each other, right? So they're screaming at each other right next to me, and I'm jolted awake in a panic because I think like somebody's dying based on how they're screaming. Figure out that they're fighting over the fact that they're touching. Get up. I'm like, all right, whatever. Archie, my youngest, he really wants to watch a YouTube video, and I'm like, whatever, man. Just if it's gonna make you stop screaming, whatever. I'll put something on for right now. Like, sure, just stop screaming. So I'm trying to do it. He's being a choosy chooser. He will not just decide on a video, my guy. So I'm like, all right, dude, I'm about to pee my pants. You got to hold up a second. So I like jog into the bathroom. He starts losing his mind again. So I'm like, all right, turbo mode, got to go real fast. I spin a 180 and go to sprint out of the room to go back and change a stupid YouTube video for him. And my pinky toe catches the corner of the drywall right where the like metal siding is right underneath the drywall. Dude. I not only broke my pinky toe, like completely snapped it sideways and like had it facing the wrong direction, it blew my toe apart. Like if you look at your pinky from straight on, from the top of my toe through the nail all the way to the bottom of the nail, and then on the bottom of the toe all the way down to where the bottom of the nail would be on the other side, split like a freaking hot dog bun, dude. Absolutely, like I literally degloved my toe and broke the toe, and like my toenail launched like 6 feet across the room, dude. It was the most disgusting thing in my entire life, and I'm so sorry for those of you that are squeamish, but like I literally had to, we live in America. I can't go to the doctor. You think my insurance covers this stuff? Pah. So I had to literally like, whatever. I probably could have gone to the doctor. I'm being dramatic, but I stopped the bleeding. And then I flapped all the folds of skin over all 4 directions and then glued that bad boy down with some surgical glue that I got. And, it's all right. My body accepted the flaps and they're like reattaching now, which is great. So I ended up going to the doctor because, it's not pretty. It's not good. But toes reset. Toes like good, the skin's not infected, it's all attaching again, so like I did it all right, but dude, it's so gross, so gross.
Yeah, that does not sound like a great start to your day or even any of it.
No.
Like that just sounds absolutely terrible, and I would never wish that on anyone because nope.
Yeah, stubbed toes are like paper cuts, they're like the little things that sit there and you're like, ah, and this was a big one. It was not fun. So like, yeah, long story short, foot hurt, limp. Yeah, how are you, man?
Well, I would say that I am better than you at this point. But I just got back from my camping trip, of course, with the kids. I can tell you one thing. I am not a hiker, man. So anybody that is a hiker, congrats to you. But personally, I think that it is the stupidest, and I mean the stupidest thing, to go down or up a hill, to go down a hill, to go straight back up a hill. Whoever invented that is not smart. And that's all I gotta say. Hiking is terrible. And anybody that can do it, I'll give you praise, man, because it's terrible. But at least the kids were not bad. Couple, things happen. But overall, it wasn't bad.
I'm glad that they were good for you. That's always stressful, man. It's always rough taking kids that don't want to necessarily go in the first place, and they all share that same sentiment of like, yay, we get to go up a hill, to go down a hill, to go up a hill. It's like NASCAR. They're making another left turn. Woohoo!
Yeah. So, other than that, man, I really have just, been working, coming back from that. Still a little tired. I'm just tired all the time, anyways. But I do have something for you that you may be happy about, Matt.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So I was like, you were talking to people last week about like potential things with the podcast, and you didn't want to tell anybody anything, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily everything, without me here, anyways. Um, but you know, something that I did do to, take a little initiative, maybe in a direction that we might be moving, is I did play about 30 minutes of 7 Days to Die today just to kind of, get into it a little bit.
Let's go. Did you get the new one, or were you playing the old one?
You're supposed to download a whole new game?
Well, the one that you and I played together like 4 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was,
Yep.
that's like the old one. And then they just made so many changes and upgrades that comparable to, Survival Evolved to Survival Ascended, it was such an upgrade that they had to re-release the game in version 1.0.
Oh, okay. So then I was definitely just playing the old game because I was like, I didn't know it was a whole new thing that you had to download.
Yeah, it's totally worth the upgrade. So, highly recommend looking into it. You would have to buy it, so I don't know if it's worth it for you who
Mm,
might not play a whole lot of it yet. But definitely look into some videos and see if it's something that you would like, because the changes are pretty solid in my opinion.
yeah, I still was like, I don't know. I got on there, man, and there's that fog, and you can't see anything on Xbox, and I was just like, man, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
And I don't know what
Yeah, it definitely
zone
is tough.
I had it on or like mode or whatever, man. But I'm telling you, there was 10 zombies everywhere I went, and it was something.
Dude, the early game is so unforgiving. It is not fun unless you know what you're doing, which is why it's important to have a good podcast that'll walk you through the early stages of a game like that.
Yeah, after I decided to try to aim the bow and arrow at a deer, and I had about 12 arrows at the start of the game, and I hit it with one out of the 12. It was not very, I was not very happy.
Yeah, that's the thing about that game. So the archery concept is,
Terrible.
I would it's okay, you say terrible, but once you master the mechanic, it's easy peasy. Like, I can headshot a deer from probably 75 meters away pretty consistently with a crossbow.
Yep. Not, I can shoot that in Ark.
Yeah, and that's because you're good with the mechanics in there. But like, to be honest with you, I'm a little rusty with the crossbow is easy peasy. I got the crossbow, but a regular bow is a little tricky for me in Ark. So like, there's a trade off there. The archery system is really comparable to, I would say, Oblivion. So if you ever played Oblivion and you were good with archery there, easy peasy, same thing.
Yep, never played that.
You've never played Oblivion?
Nope.
You communist.
Yeah, man. But other than that, guys, make sure you guys do stay to the end of the episode. Got a couple actually announcements of things that are coming up for us as in the podcast, different things, maybe special guests that's coming up. Eventually, like those episodes may be out though before this episode's released. You never know.
Yeah, the order of release is up for debate still, so if this comes first, then stay tuned, but if it comes after, then wasn't that episode so cool? Well, Jericho, what do you think? Should we jump in and talk about maybe a dino dossier real quick?
Yeah, let's just jump right into it, man.
So, this week's dossier, we were trying to figure out what we should do, decided to keep it with an aberration creature. Figured, let's go with the Reaper. Why not? Reaper is a best kept secret of aberration. And Helena had, actually very little information on the Reaper. So, the species, unknown. The time period, unknown.
What?
The diet, definitely carnivore. And the temperament, without a doubt, aggressive. Wild. At home, in the cavern's deepest chambers, Reapers are towering, terrifying apex predators. Beyond overwhelming their prey with fangs and claws, Reapers can burrow underground to set an ambush and fire acidic projectiles from their tails. Yeah, fire farts. Yet it is their macabre method of reproduction that is their most frightening feature. Bizarrely, a female Reaper's tail doubles as a reproductive organ, giggity, but only when piercing human survivors. Once impregnated, the survivor carries the young Reaper until it bursts from their chest in a grotesque, disturbing spectacle. Ugh. Domesticated. If impregnated by a female Reaper, I strongly urge that the survivor kill the embryo via exposure to radiation. However, there are rumors that Reapers might imprint themselves on a survivor who possesses a Reaper pheromone gland. This has led some mad survivors with dreams of riding on the back of a Reaper to try seeing the gestation period through to the end, but that is extremely dangerous, not to mention disgusting. Love, Helena.
Man, I love the Reaper.
I do too, but dang, nature, you scary.
Yeah, that thing is something.
So, the Reaper, I mean, obviously it's super aggressive. It's like a Giga on steroids with ninja powers, pretty much. It's on the surface, the bioluminescence area, and then the element regions. And then the R variants are found in the void sporadically on the Genesis ship. So that's Genesis, though. That's not here yet, so ignore that part. Let's see. Yeah, just reading through here. So these bad boys, I've never actually gone through the process of birthing, taming, and acquiring one. Like, to be real with you, they kind of freak me out, so I haven't really done much with them. You know, I know of the practice. I can, like, on paper explain it to you, but I've never actually done it. Have you?
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I've not done it a bunch, but I can also explain the process. It's just, just you pretty much get stuck by the Reaper, man, and then you're impregnated.
Yeah, so
version.
like, if you've ever seen any of the movies by the title Alien, it's pretty much a face hugger. It's gonna pierce you with its tail, and it's gonna shoot a face hugger in your belly, and when it bursts out of your chest, it kills you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hang on, wait a second. If it says in the dossier that some people are crazy enough to want to tame it, and that they have the pheromone glands to try to tame it, but it kills whoever's chests it burst out of, does that imply that there are some people willing to sacrifice their tribe mates in exchange for getting a new tame? Because, like, I guess, lore-wise, it depends on when this is all happening, because there was a period where people were not able to respawn in the Ark.
Well, that's probably why Aberration came later in the map pool.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. So, it probably... I'm going to have to go back through and watch Netty the Noodle's lore video to tell you exactly when the respawning ability came, but I want to say it was after Scorched Earth.
Which would make sense.
Which map that was. But...
That's Aberration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because at one point, Helena deemed everybody the ones who try again, and that was like the whole thing of you're going to get messed up and you're going to die, but guess what? You're going to try again. Good job.
Yeah, because what was released first, the Center or Scorched?
Scorched.
Yeah, you're right.
Center? Scorched? I'm going to say Scorched, final answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone can fact check us, bang.
Now I gotta look it up. It's gonna drive me nuts. Fact check us live. The Center came out... Well, I want to know about the original one, not the... Goodness gracious. Yeah, well... Scorched Earth came out before the Center for Survival Ascended, so I'm going to boldly assume that it was the same release schedule.
Yeah, that's what
for Survival Evolved. That's what we're going to go with. Somebody can fact check us, and then please join the Discord and yell at me and call me a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
There you go, right there.
Boom, roasted. So, yeah, that's the Reaper, man. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, the Reaper is definitely I would say almost like for PvP, it's definitely a must-have. I don't know about PvE. I don't know if it actually does anything other than maybe look cool.
Yeah, no, it's like a poison wyvern. It had its wings cut off, and it had a baby with a giga. And it's pretty much what you're looking at for PvE.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't really, I mean, other than just birthing it. I mean, that's the fun part of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the few creatures in the Ark where the process is more important and like more of a journey than actually reaching the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I think they did a good job with, in addition with something like that. I think it was a nice tip of the hat to the Alien series. I'm sure they took inspiration from it, and I appreciate that. I like crossover events and fun stuff like that, so I think they did some cool stuff there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, keep adding those unique things in. I think that, people that just play it for the single player and the thrill of, maybe taming all the dinos will think it's interesting and fun to play.
Yeah, there's definitely a thrill behind it. How do you do it like solo? Like I understand, do you just like impregnate yourself, let it kill you, and then respawn really fast and try to run over there with the venom or something? Or the
Yeah,
pheromone, I mean?
you just, like bring all the stuff over beforehand and you just spawn on the bed.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, I forget you can have multiple beds in Ark. See, I've already got myself trained. In 7 Days to Die, you can only have one bed, period, and only one respawn point, so I forget that I was spoiled in Ark with multiple.
Yeah, definitely spoiled, that's for sure.
Heck yeah. Well, that's pretty nifty. Well, what do we have next, bud?
So next for Ark, anyways, man, is going to be one of the new premium mods coming out October 10th. Well, actually, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it a premium mod or premium map, right? Um, so the map is by none other than the developer of Fajor and Sevelhelm, I know, and he was also one of the devs on Valgero, which is Nakatis. Like I said, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but either way, he's releasing a. I'm going to also say this wrong. Astraeosis,
Ooh,
Astraeos.
never heard
On
of that disease.
October 10th. It's actually a Greek kind of like mythology type of map, and he released a what's it called? He released like a little teaser, Matt. You'll have to go watch that. Maybe I'll even post it in the Discord.
Okay.
And October 10th is gonna be just like I don't know what I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's like 1/3 of the actual map. I'm pretty sure he said it's like 3 to 5 times bigger than the center. Like it is
Oh,
so much. It's actually crazy.
so I am all for that. I love big maps. I love exploration. I love getting lost. I'm terrible. Like, I feel like everybody knows this already, but I get lost really, really, really easy, and I have to establish a series of landmarks anywhere I go, otherwise I won't make it back to base. And doesn't matter how many times I've been on the map. So like the thought of a map that is that big is terrifying and respectable at the same time. So I'm really excited to give it a whirl and check it out once it comes out.
Yeah, I really am going to be excited about this because I think just, the ability to just like have I personally do like the Greek, like, like how it looks, like the Romans and whatever, like how all that looks is just really cool. And I'm actually like excited to see how he like portrayed everything inside of the Ark.
Absolutely. I am
So,
too. Like, I'm trying to think of how you would even go about doing that.
yeah,
Like,
so I
what
mean,
connections could you make?
he really, so like one thing he did was I don't know what they're actually called, like a tyramine ship. And it's like a mod that comes along with it. And like the ships are literally like a Greek ship and like have a Greek flag on it.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So that's really cool. So what's actually going to be coming with it though is this is just so everyone knows, he does post it on his Twitter or X now. If you guys do want to go check him out. But this is what he said about the question is like what you get, because it starts out free with like 1/3 of the map, and then it becomes not free. There's no date for that, but it's like a $10 to $15. He's still deciding what he wants to do with it. But this is going to be the difference between the free and the premium version. The free version will have a Corinthos arena or area, Corinthos area, which is like one of the areas on the map, one boss and 3 caves. In the premium mod, we'll have all areas, 3 bosses, many more caves, mini bosses, and then a surprise.
Okay, so let's see. Greek god bosses. They did a good job with Fjordur. It was sort of like, I think it was Fjordur. Was that the one that was like Viking themed that had like the wolf boss and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yeah, so like, excuse me, choking to death. So there's like, I would like to see a Hydra. I would like to see like Cerberus. I mean, there's a lot of different directions they could go with that. It'd be pretty cool to see what they do boss fight wise.
Yeah, I think there's so many things. Like, I mean, some people would say something like Medusa or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's so many things they could do.
Medusa would be a good one.
I agree.
Gee whiz. I really like Greek and Roman. Like, Vikings are really cool and all. Like, that's one of my favorite time periods in history to study and learn about. But, like, Greeks and Romans, I always confuse the mythology of the two, but I'm still fascinated. Always.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm really looking forward to. I mean, we've talked about it before, man, but just the mods people could do is actually really cool, and these are one of the ones that I am excited for.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, I've complained in the past about what we would call premium mods, but like this one I feel like is actually worth it. You know, it sounds like this guy's putting in some serious time and effort, and heck, sounds like he earns it.
Yeah, I agree, man. This guy is just awesome. He's an awesome guy for the community, and I'll always say that just from even what I've seen him do. Like this man's gone through a lot. He's just yeah, he's gone through a lot.
Yeah, shout out to you, my guy. Well, Jericho, what you got next for me, bud?
Man, I just want to know, you know, if you had to pick right now, this isn't technically off the Ark topic, right? But I just want to know what your top 3 favorite games are at the moment.
My top 3 favorite games? Oh man, I'm getting put on the spot here and I'm about to make an embarrassing admission. So actually, it shows up on the Discord, so I don't know why I'm pretending like people won't know anyway. So 7 Days to Die is number 1, obviously. I will talk about that all day, nonstop. But number 2 right now is a surprising game. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's called Teardown. Have you ever seen the Teardown videos? Like the kids at school used to be obsessed with them. It's
Never.
literally just like, dude, it's literally like people will take almost Lego bricks, like picture 4K Lego bricks pretty much, and almost like Minecraft, but like smaller Lego modules. And people will craft like a King Kong or a Godzilla, a Donkey Kong, whatever. And you like drive cars off a ramp and try to crash into it and see how quickly you can destroy it. And that's like, you know, one of the waste of time stupid things. But this game, Teardown, has a campaign mode on it where you play as like a guy who owns a construction company and you get nothing but a sledgehammer and like you're doing some shady stuff and you have to at first you have to like break in and destroy a house for somebody and do it in the middle of the night, and it turns out that it's like for a gangster that you did it for, and now all of a sudden you're using, you know, you're crashing a dump truck through the wall of a building to get a safe and then dump it in the ocean. And like the whole premise of the game is break as much crap as you possibly can, and like the sandbox mode is literally here's a sledgehammer, some explosives, and a shotgun, go break buildings. And like it's so pointless and fun.
It's just one of those games, man.
Yeah, it's such a good time killer, and it's you find yourself wasting an hour on it just running around hitting stuff with a hammer, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is probably college football, but I might be getting back into Rocket League, so I'm going to sort of do both on those because the university that I'm attending, I am getting into some of the esports stuff, and I am trying to get into game casting for the esports team. So whatever they need casters for, I might start playing to learn more about.
Really?
Yeah, Call of Duty's a big one. I know that when the new Call of Duty comes out, they're going to need casters for that. So I honestly might go hard on the new Call of Duty when it comes out and try to make the esports team for the university.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be kind of nifty.
Okay, I see you, Matt.
What about you, man?
I'm going to say, I would say in no particular order. Well, I mean, these ones are very interchangeable, the first two, I'm going to say. So I've really been enjoying Team Fight Tactics, which is a game, of course, that's like made by League of Legends, or made by Riot, anyways. And then I've been enjoying college football, of course. I'd say those two are pretty interchangeable. I play them like all the time. And then number 3, man, honestly, I really like actually don't play any other games other than those 2 games. But I'm going to say, let's see, man. What have I played? I've really dead honestly played nothing. So that's like the only 2 I could even do, man.
That's totally fair. Those are good games though. Like
Yeah.
Team Tactics, I haven't played that one, but it sounds like something that would be pretty fun to get into.
Yeah, I really love it. It's just, I mean, it's technically strategy. Like if I knew more, I'd be really good, but I'm not that good, but it's fun to play.
If I knew more, he said.
Mhm.
So what is it? Like Team Tactics, is it like a card game? Is it like Super Smash Bros? What is it?
So Teamfight Tactics is like, what's it called, man? It's like,
Team Fight Tactics.
yeah, so it's, how do I explain it, man? Pretty much just League of Legends characters inside of a game. You place them on a board, and then they fight each other.
Gotcha, okay.
And, like, there's certain traits and emblems, like, that, give you higher power-ups or that do certain things, and then there's certain items that give you better things. There's certain cards that you can pull that give you a better chance to win. Like, there's just a bunch of, like, stuff going on with it.
That sounds pretty solid.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Is it on like cross-platform? Is it one platform? How's that work?
It's on PC and the phone.
PC and the phone. Free to play on the phone?
Yep.
You son of a nutcracker, I might be in.
You should try it. It's like one of those games like on the phone. It's like the thing I think of is Marvel Strike Force. You place characters on a board and they attack each other, and like whatever. I don't know. That's all I got, man. I'm bad at explaining.
No, you did great, man. I got the gist of it. I think that it sounds solid. I definitely would like to look into it and learn a little bit more about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good idea. I need a duo partner,
Let's go. I'm a real tactician, so,
That's right, man. That's what I'm saying.
Man. We got to play each other in college football one of these days. What is your go-to team? Who do you play as?
I mean, to be honest, I play with anybody. I play with the worst teams possible to try to rebuild them.
I forgot your god level at those games. I don't want to play you anymore. I forgot.
Oh,
Never
no,
mind.
no,
I wanted
no,
to
I'm
play you
not
once
that
in
good.
Madden. I'm pretty confident that I played you one time in Madden, and I think that it ticked me off bad enough I turned my Xbox off, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I got a bad memory, man, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident. I remember I was losing by 40 or so in the first half, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't want to play anymore. I changed my mind. You already won. I forget. My confidence is so boosted because I'm over here like, yeah, man, I haven't lost in like forever. And then I remember that I play against my 4-year-old, so I have like nothing to be proud of.
Oh, man. But man, so I did want to tell everyone anyways. One, thank you guys for supporting the podcast, but two, like Matt said, who knows when this episode's coming out. So we'll see. You're either going to be like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to this," or you're going to be like, "Oh man, that already happened." So we'll see. But Matt, would you like to say one guest and I'll say the next guest?
I'm going to give you the honors for both of them because you did the legwork to get them both, and I don't want to pick favorites and choose one over the other. So I'm going to let you do the honor for both of your guests.
Okay, so first off, with the first person that should be on the podcast next, we're going to have King Daddy D-Mac. This man is literally the OG of Ark. Like him, Slipgator, all of them. Like, you all know that you watched this guy in the beginning of Ark. He was the main guy, the mainstay Ark person, and he is going to be on our podcast, and I'm so happy to have him here. So much expertise on Ark. Seems like a very nice guy. Like, I'm very excited for this, and just to hear, kind of his journey through Ark and even through just content creation in general. I'm so excited to have him on. Matt, what's your thought on DMAC?
Yeah, so that's one of those things that, like, I feel like everybody has seen a Daddy D-Mac video, especially when you're first trying to learn the game. And, he's one of the people that I looked up to as a content creator when I first started watching videos of the game. So the fact that he's going to be on the show, like, I'm pretty stoked about it. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to fanboy right now, but pretty stoked about both of the guests.
Yeah, I'm definitely stoked about both of them. And, as you bring that up, why not? Let's just get the second person here who has agreed to come on the podcast. World renowned, man. Just like DMAC, I swear. Raz Clark. Yes, you heard that right. Raz Clark will be on one of the episodes here. And Matt and I are also super stoked for him. Like, this is just a great opportunity.
Yeah, that's one of those things that everybody's seen a Raz Clark video. So the fact that we're going to be chilling with him, that's wild to me. So that's exciting. This is the excitement that I was looking for, and it kind of is rekindling my love for the game. So as we speak, I'm transferring it back to my hard drive. I'm excited to, get back into the game so that way I've got some real stuff to talk about. Like, this is awesome. This is going to be great for the show and for us. Like, personally,
I agree. And, like you said, man, I'm just so excited. Really just a nice opportunity for us to even just get to talk to these people and just even get to know them. It'll be so awesome to have them on. I hope you guys are as excited as we are. I think this is just huge in general. And if you guys really have anybody else, I have been reaching out to other people. But if you guys have any ideas of anyone you guys want on this podcast, let us know. Even if we eventually change directions with the podcast, like maybe like just different survival games, still would love to interview art creators. Like, that's just like our roots, So just let us know some people you guys would love to interview.
Yeah, or let us know also what you want to know, because I mean, we got some big faces coming on the show. So what do you want us to ask them? What do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear about their favorite color? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, definitely let us know. And especially, like, even if this episode does come out after their interviews, like, for when we interview other creators, let us know what you guys want us to, what you want to know about them.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that the release order is still up for debate, so possibly ignore that, or possibly not.
Yeah, but seriously, overall, I got really not a lot left, Matt. Do you have anything else?
I just want to leave the people with a question to ponder real quick. How come in 7 Days to Die, hobo stew that involves rotten meat heals better than meat stew or vegetable stew? Why would rotten flesh peeled off of a piece of roadkill or a zombie heal me more than fancy stew for my garden? The world may never know.
The world may never know. No, guys, but we appreciate you listening until the end. You guys are truly a great community. For the ones that especially stuck with us here through all of the times we didn't post or whatever it was, or, just us, whatever. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. We hope you guys enjoy, and I hope that no matter when this episode comes out, you guys enjoy those interviews, and hope you guys are as excited as we are for those interviews.
Absolutely. It is wonderful having you folks. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you guys have a great week.
Goodbye, survivors.
Bye.